Hi everyone, and welcome to the Digital Open Days by POLI.design. I'm Martina Galli and I'm part of the staff of POLI.design, a society founded by Politecnico di Milano that today will present you its first level specializing masters and higher executive courses. I would like to remind you that at the end of each presentation, there will be a Q&A moment. So if you have any questions, please write them in the dedicated chat room. So the master that we are going to present now is the specializing master in designing for transition. And we're here with the faculty of the master, the scientific director, Professor Valentina Rognoli, and the didactic coordinator, Sofia Duarte. So thank you, and I leave you the floor.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Valentina Rognoli, and I'm going to present the Master in Designing for Transition. As it is recognized that 80% of product environmental impact is determined at the design stage, so in order to face up this great responsibility, designers need the right training to be aware of the environmental crisis that we are living, and at the same time, the benefit of their design choices. The master's program in Design for Transition aims to provide the concept and tool to facilitate design possibilities that meet the need to produce according to more sustainable standards and characteristics that are also increasingly demanded by the society, of course. I'm Valentina Rognoli, and together with Carlo Proserpio and Sofia Duarte, we have designed this master program. We also have combined our different skills as we are formed with a design background, but we are coming from different fields. In my case, I'm a material expert, so my focus in my research and my teaching activity are materials, and in the last 15, 20 years, I focus on material for transition, we can say today. And Carlo is more focused on life cycle assessment and design for life cycle design. So we are very happy in this case to put together our different perspective on this field. So what we strongly believe is that designers need to be aware of environmental problems, loss of biodiversity, irreversible damage to ecosystem, soil depletion, deforestation, scarcity of raw material, waste, and so on. Unfortunately, these problems are a huge number. So with this program, we want to increase the critical sensitivity of the participant regarding the environmental problem the planet faces due to the spread of unsustainable consumption and lifestyles. So the aim is to make the future professional change their point of view, moving from a user-centered perspective to an environmental one, capable of incorporating the ecosystem complexity and needs into their own designer considerations. So the master trains, want to train international professional who can find a place in Italian, but also in foreign companies and studios operating, of course, in the global market. Job opportunities in product design and the related sector as follow. We can list as, for example, R&D sustainability area, designer or head of eco-product development, product portfolio manager, sustainable material designer, that is an emerging figure that we found in a lot of call in different call in the job call. eco-design manager, or art design director. So there are a lot of professional outcomes that we can list and we want to fill with this master. We also designed a master creating different modules. And of course, there are some modules that are more theoretical and other that are very specific and focus on design practice. Fundamentals, that also the name recall something more linked to the theoretical approach to this topic, is formed by, for example, some courses focus on environmental problems, and also because we are looking for a lot of multidisciplinary approach. So bioeconomy, industrial ecology, industrial symbiosis. So try to explain with these fundamentals all the concepts related to the environmental crisis that are the basis of design of sustainability. Of course, another important part is to go deeper in the legislation, of course Italian, but also above all European, at the European level. More focus on design practice, but also with a very strong base with fundamentals that we already gave with the fundamentals, are approaches and strategies. Circular design, eco-design strategy, design for life cycle, the 9R framework, design for behavioral change, all of these different approaches that a lot of times are very overlapping between them, but they include a lot of different strategy that a designer can learn and then train on these strategies to improve their sensitivity toward this topic. Another important part that is in between some theoretical and practice-based approach is LCA, so life cycle assessment. And in that case, we want to train the participant using the software, but in a real case studies. In the model that we call the circular economy, we decided to include some feature focus on economic and market perspective, because it's important to know the concept of business plan, of circular business plan, and is also because we really want to, we decided to include the companies, so it's important also for the participant to learn this concept and this vocabulary. Another important module that I want to highlight the fact that is an original part, because in the market is not, in the other master, this focus is not so highlighted, is the module called Material for Transition. So all the circular economy and a lot of design for sustainability pass through material. The design is able to choose for their own project. For that reason, we want to give a very big space to materials, above all material for transition. We call like this to highlight the fact that our material bio-based, biofabricated material, living material. So everything that can also give to the participant a bit of speculative approach also in this topic. Another part will be dedicated on communication, because the participant needs to be trained to recognize what is greenwashing or not, what is an effective communication in this field, and maybe the idea to create a proper identity to their own sustainable project. Of course, a big part of the master will be dedicated to an internship that we want to coordinate with very important companies, and creates with the previous modules the basis to get the possibility to the participant to exploit the experience, to have a direct and professional experience using all the concepts and the training that we already gave them in the previous modules. So there are many reasons why it's important to embark on such a journey. In particular, so I think it's important to be part of this transformative program designed to meet the exponentially growing demand for sustainable expertise. This master will be an experience with a very good balance between theory, practical application, and also, as I said before, a bit of speculation. It's important to participate to this master also to get the possibility to explore emerging design theme very linked to the design for sustainability, but maybe at this moment less investigated in this context of the masters that are biomimicry approach, biophilic design, biodesign, and of course the regenerative approach towards sustainability, because we have also this big concept that is regenerative that in this moment the scientific community is taking for thing to go beyond sustainability. So we don't, our planet is asking us not to be only sustainable, but to be regenerative. So we can do something in this master to create the future material designer, the regenerative material design, sustainable designer in this field. And of course, with the master, there is the possibility to test everything in the real world because there is the possibility to perform an internship in the real world in the production. So we are open to different profiles. Also, as I said before, we strongly believe in the multidisciplinary approach, and for that reason, we are open to the participant coming from design, architecture, design engineering, product service system. So everything that can be characterized by this willing to design something to create this better future for us. The deadline for the inscription is September 2024, and so we are waiting for you.
Yes, if I just can add, we are very committed to make this a master that is very engaging with the students, so also students can participate in an active way in discussions, and also we will try to have more companies trying to come and talk and also make their experience in this field, so students will be very engaged with the approach of creating sustainability and different approaches. So thank you very much. And if you have any questions, we are here.
Okay, so thank you very much. Let's start with the questions. At first, I ask to the people who are here if there are any questions. If not, let's start by reading the ones in the chat room. So the first one is, does the program teaches how to design better systems, services, and even business models, or does it only focuses on the physical product design?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So for sure the master is focused on product design, but we conceive the product design as a system. Because in the design for sustainability, thinking system is one of the first fundamental base that we want to convey to our participant. So the focus will be the product, but the product in all the system that in a perspective, in this perspective, of course.
Yes, so if I can add, also these lectures are going to give a lot of information about the systems that are created within the product. So also that's why we believe that there is not just a product design approach, because the master is also enhancing other areas like services. So it is going to explain the basic concept.
And of course, as I said before, there is a specific module on circular economy that is focused on business model and circular business model. So, in summarizing, is not only focused on the strategy for design for sustainability in the sense that design for reparability, design with less material and things, but the consideration is in a system perspective.
Okay, the second one is, how practical is the course? Is there work done in partnership with real companies?
Yes, of course. We are working on it, and we are trying to involve a lot of company. And if I can add, also in the material side, we want to experimenting also with materials in this module dedicated to materials, and of course, we can say that is a practical based.
Yes,
master.
it will have not just like based on case studies, but also in the hands-on approach. So also approaching, like the professor was saying, in the material experimentation, but also in other experimentation with companies. Maybe also we are going to do some, or give the advice for going to different ferias or events, but also if we can go together to these events, it will be great. So it can be explained in a better way around not just materials, but products in general, also, as we said before, systems.
Okay. Then, is a portfolio mandatory for the application? How many projects should be in it?
So the portfolio for sure is mandatory. How many products? So
Yeah, I will say that if you are from other fields that maybe it's not product design, that we are very used to have portfolios in product design with many different products approach. You can also explain this portfolio with different kind of projects. Maybe if you are coming more from another discipline, you can explain different projects. The idea is that you can, doesn't matter how many, I mean, they don't have to be a lot, but significance. Maybe you have 3 works that are significant in this direction, or have really inquiring to learn more about this direction. I think that would be great. It's not you have to have 20 different projects, but significant approaches to, or significant projects.
Okay, I think we're done with the questions. Oh, yes,
Yes.
of course. Maybe let's wait a minute because. Okay, just one.
Hello.
Hi.
I was wondering what a final project from the program looks like, what criteria it has, and what benefit the final project would have in people who graduate who are ongoing to businesses, ongoing to a career. What does the final project of the program look like? What can it look like? I mean.
See, I think that the final project can be can have different shapes, independent of what we want to develop during the master. Because if you show more interest maybe in the circular economy part, maybe your final project can be direct toward these topics, and if you go in an internship in a specific companies, maybe you can develop something in a circular business model with the company, maybe with already existing products. If you want to keep your final project a bit more, let me say, theoretical instead of design something. If you want to design something, we want to create the condition for you to design physical and real objects, but also, for example, if you want to try to get an idea for a material, I think we can support you in this part. So not design the entire, the whole product, but just the material that can be applied in a different product, because the internship that we can find for you, it's can exploit this idea to develop a material, for example, and then apply this material to different products. So I think there are the opportunity to get a different typology of final project.
Yes, if I may add, actually we are very open. This is the first time that we present this master, so we are very open to understand what students how students and what they will apply the knowledge that we offer, because we believe that there is not just one approach to arrive to sustainable design. So you can approach it from the system, you can approach it from the material, you can approach it from the, I don't know, the storytelling. So there is many different ways to approach to a sustainable design. So we believe that this can be built with the students and the interest, and also the previous work or the previous interest. So the professional path of these participants is going to be built in base also on their interests.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Thank
Can
you.
I add one more part to that question real quick? Is there possibility for collaboration between students within these projects to do group work, or is it mainly one person by person type?
No, both. Yeah, for the moment, we are actually we plan different kind of projects, and also it depends a lot in the each lecture, each course, each, let's say, workshop inside. So there will be probably some tasks that are going to be each student has to deliver some report or some project, and there is going to be group of things. Always, maybe we maintain this as in small groups, and sometimes we do something more collaborative.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for explaining us all the content aspects and the structure of the master. And thank you all for following us, and stay with us for the next presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.